Welcome back to another Limitless SMP series. This is our next seasonal world, and we've decided to do something way different. We have decided that we are going to be playing on a Skyblock world. And so instead of actually doing the regular world like we typically would, we decided to make it a little bit more challenging for us, and we have a Skyblock world instead. And so this is my character. This is my little starter island. Inside this chest is an ice block and a lava bucket. Inside here is some additional resources that we can also utilize to be able to help us as we start off. And then surrounded and scattered throughout the world are these little biome islands is what they're called. And so they'll have different tree types and different resources that you can gather and use on your world. This is going to be an exciting new series where we get to explore an adventure together. And if you look, we just started like a few minutes ago and we already have so many people online and playing. And so this is going to be an absolute blast to be able to play with everybody else and to share with everybody else in this experience. We all get our own islands to start, but we're only 300 blocks away from the nearest island. So I'm really excited to share this series with you. This will be season 5 of the Limitless SMP. If you're interested in joining an SMP, you can definitely head to our website. I'll link that in the description. And that'll be a way for you to join in all the adventures. This is one of our mini series. I'm just trying to get back to YouTube with the seasonal world because I've been playing a lot of modded series and different things like that. And the modded series, we've been playing Vault Hunter. And so I've been doing a lot of that on stream since it doesn't necessarily lend itself to good YouTube content as much as it does the seasonal worlds where we would get more operational content out of it. I'm really excited to share this with all of you and with everybody, and this has been a pack I've been working on for a while, and I think it's going to be an absolute blast. So let's jump right in and get started. I'm going to do the opening on a stream, so I'm going to be jumping into a streaming world now. This was just my intro video, but now I'm going to be jumping onto a stream, and we're going to get started with this world. So I'm excited to share all of it with you. Let's get started. All right, well, we are into the Skyblock series for the Limitless SMP. I'm very excited about this. I just recorded my intro video, and that leaves me with one less night to deal with phantoms, so I'm a little bit nervous and ready to get started, not really mess around. But yeah, this is the Limitless SMP for those of you who don't know or who are just brand new to this, to the server or just even this content in general. Welcome, my name is Lemon. And we are doing a Skyblock series with our server, and so we're excited to get started with this. Today is going to be a very like just get started with everything, make a cobble gen, get a tree farm going, do what we can. And it looks like we really lucked out because right across there we have an island with a jungle tree and a bamboo stalk, and so that is super, super awesome. So I'm really excited about that. Oh, I turned off my sound alerts. I'm sorry. Whoever that was, I didn't see who did what, but thank you. I wanted to record sort of an intro video for my first episode. And so I hit the sound alerts and the overlay. So I can't see any information right now, but thank you for whoever did whatever you did. But yeah, I'm making my intro video for our Skyblock series. All right, let's go ahead and get started with just chopping down the tree. I'm kind of nervous. I feel like let me just build out a crafting table real quick and get some planks around, so hopefully I won't lose this sapling, this first sapling that I get. So let's just kind of do this before I take it out completely and hope for the best. All I really absolutely need is a sapling to drop from this because that would be terrible if it didn't. So let's kind of hope for the best and lean in on it. And hey, free will. Oh, yes. Oh, good. Step 1, I get a sapling. It was only one, but at least it was one. All right. So let's go ahead and jump in and get that planted. While that's working on growing again, let's expand this platform just a little bit more and get started with this. So that way the tree saplings that we use in the future just don't drop. I don't want to make a lot out of wood because we do have fire tick on, so that's going to be super dangerous to make things out of wood. Definitely don't want to do that. So, all right. Kind of the trick to this, and something that you don't want to do, is you don't want to get your, I should have put one of these wood over here. I don't want to use dirt, but I'm going to use dirt. All right, so you want to make it at least 3 blocks apart. Let me go ahead and grab this. Everything is valuable in this game. So like when you're talking your dirt or your saplings, everything is kind of weird and funky. So you want to be careful. All right, so see there we have our first cobble. Whew. All right, so everything worked with that. And so like you don't want to get rid of your dirt. You definitely don't want to get rid of all your grass blocks, because that sort of stuff isn't really renewable. And so I kind of shot myself in the foot a little bit by using all of the planks for the flooring, because now I can't make a pickaxe. So yeah, we definitely want to make a pickaxe here in a minute, but now we just kind of have to wait on this tree to grow, which is not fun. I kind of want to like pick this up, but I'm afraid that if I pick it up, then I will fall or lose it, and I don't want to lose it right off the bat. So come on, tree, let's grow. I guess what I could do is take out some of these dirt blocks carefully so that I don't like... All right. Ooh, this is such a nerve-wracking thing. Oh, nice, free will. Oh no, dejected. Was he the first one? No, dejected. No. Okay. Whew. I got all the dirt off the edge, so we're doing good. I can't really steal that dirt yet. Maybe when I get some cobblestone here in a little bit. But I'm going to keep that dirt there for now because I need it for the tree to grow. And then let's try and get... I can't get that one, but let me try and get some of this other dirt, like this one right here. This is not safe. If you know me at all, you know that I'm super accident prone. So, I'm gonna be like one of the first to fall and die. So yeah, it's I'm surprised it was dejected and not me first. And I need to find some way, because I've only got one night left to prepare for some phantoms. So, and so yeah, that's gonna be a pretty fun experience if I don't prepare for it. Oh no, I lost the dirt. No. Oh, I didn't want to lose it. I didn't want to lose it. No. It was so valuable. All right, and then we need to save some of this grass. So like I can't knock out all these blocks, and that makes me a little nervous because I'm hoping that this grass will spread just over here, because we do need some grassy blocks. But I wanted to get kind of a space where I could put a block over my head, but then I also don't want to. So let's do this number. So that way if the phantoms do start spawning on me, I have a way to like kind of hide until I can get down lower into the world, because that's my first priority. I can't make a bed, and so we're kind of at the holding point of waiting on a tree to grow. And so yeah, just kind of waiting on that at this point. Come on, tree. Hey, it grew. It was the rain. It helped. It needed the rain. All right, now I really need this one to drop two saplings. Wow, I really did that number there. I really need this to drop two saplings in order to get this going. So please let it drop two this time. Yes! All right, that gives us a little bit of safety net. Let me create a pickaxe first, and then I'll extend that platform out. Actually, I need planks. Okay. So let me do this number and then do one of these, and then let's go ahead and extend it out. I'm going to set my status real quick so people know that I'm recording and I'm not being rude. So, all right, let's go ahead and take this and extend it out just a little bit. And hopefully this doesn't turn into a thunderstorm where it gets really bad. And then we will grow the next tree. And while we're waiting on that tree, we can go ahead and get our cobblestone going. So, oh, okay. That's what it should have done. Okay, that's fine. I got really nervous that I just got rid of my lava right away. That would have been terrible. Now we can extend platforms. Because fire ticks on, I don't really want to build with a whole lot of wood this season. Just because I don't want it to get easily burned up or have to worry about lightning rods. I built buildings out of wood with fire tick on. And the unfortunate part about that is, when you get a lightning strike while you're AFK overnight, your whole building could burn down. And I do intend to AFK quite a bit. And so, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a challenge for that. We are following a bit of the advancements a little bit. So I know that sounds crazy because most people just ignore advancements. But we want to try and follow these and try and get some of these items. So it'll be super fun to try and get all these advancements. Some of them are going to be extremely challenging as we're playing through the series. So we definitely want to try and get it going. But especially getting a honey bottle. The only way to get a honey bottle is to get a birch sapling, and that's going to be pretty challenging to get a birch sapling. But once you do, then getting a honey bottle is going to be invaluable. Getting across to that island over there and getting that bamboo is going to be huge for me, because that's going to mean an infinite source of wood that's easily and quickly renewable, that I can use for smelting and other things until I can find a dripstone cave, which those do spawn as part of those biome islands. And so once I get a dripstone cave, that'll be awesome. Let me, while I'm thinking about it, put this sapling in here, and then let me get a stone pickaxe now that I have enough stone. And then let me also get an axe. And then, awesome. And then let me get a sword, just in case. I know I shouldn't have to deal with it, but just in case I want to do that. This bucket is pretty invaluable right now as well. So let me go ahead and throw that in that chest. So that way we're good to go with that. And then we'll keep an eye on that tree. I could grow another tree, but I kind of want to have a backup sapling just in case that one doesn't work out. So yeah, that's going to be pretty big deal if I don't get that. So, and then let's just keep getting cobblestone so we can expand this area. I keep slipping up with my words today. What in the world? So let's just do slabs for now. And let's do lower level slabs. Let's see if I can get that going. Yeah. All right. I don't want to fall. There we go. Oh no. All right, let's see if I can do this. Yay! Okay. All right. Alrighty. Now I can start stealing more of this dirt. And then what I want to do with this dirt is I'm sorry, got distracted by the chat. What I want to kind of do with this dirt is spread it out a little bit more so that I can get a better tree farm going with a little bit of a safety buffer around it, to try and get a good island going. So I can probably break this one now safely. Yep. All right, cool. So let's get a little bit of that going. And then we're kind of expanding our island a little bit. I do want to get to the other 2 islands eventually, but really I just want to like get all this dirt first, except for the 1 or 2 grass blocks I want to keep behind. But I'm getting a little bit nervous because I know that night is coming soon. So can I scoot under here? Yes. So I'm going to kind of create myself a little area for that. Okay, perfect. The rest of this, I kind of want to move. Let me get a few more cobblestone. All right, let's see if I can get this generator moved down a little bit and put it underneath here, maybe, so I can get a little bit, move it away from the grass area so it doesn't ruin my grass. Get off my lawn! All right. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? Maybe if I just put it at level with me. So like if I have this one and this one and this one and this one and this one, and I would need to go back one. Okay. Like that. Yep. And then that. And then let's put the water bucket there. So we've got flowing water there. And then I kind of want to have my lava start right there. All right. I came into this with no plan. As you can tell, I'm super, super ready for this. All right. Let's grab our lava and see if this works. All right. So now we can be a little bit more ready for phantoms. Nope. There we go. When Phantom Night comes, then that will be good. All right, which also allows me to spread out this grass more and get more grass to grow, which is good, but I need to make sure I leave at least 1 grass block. And I forgot to record this because I'm trying to get back in the habit of Minecraft videos for YouTube. So I might just end up doing clips because I'm not very good at this. I love the streaming aspect of it. But essentially, if you put a flowing block of water over here and put 2 dirt blocks this way, I don't even think this has to be dirt, just this one. And then you bone meal it, it will create the tall seagrass. And then that tall seagrass will make the second piece of grass another source of water. And so now that I've done that, I have 2 water in here, and I can make an infinite water source, which is going to be super helpful as we get into mob farms and some of the other things. And then how I got the bone for the bone meal for that one was I just created this mob farm over here. And it was kind of like a mob platform, and then I wait until a zombie burned up, and that was how I got my bone. for my bone meal. So yeah, just super simple. But now I can create an infinite source of water, which is going to be ever so helpful as we get going in this pack. And then, yeah, so I will now have water forever and ever. And now I really want to journey down to the bottom of the like lowest possible place that you can spawn. And so what I've done is I have to the down to the bottom of the void, I guess, if you will. And so what I've done is I'm gonna lava cast it. And by that I mean I'm going to let this lava go all the way down to the bottom, and then I'm going to throw a source block of water so that it can generate a cobble pillar basically all the way down to the ground. And then I'll just use the water as an elevator type thing to get up and down, and put like a little pool of water down at the bottom. The main reason for this is so that I can not have to deal with phantoms or anything else that would bother me, and I can build bigger things upward, but there's nothing preventing me from building downward. So yeah, that's what I'm working on now. Now that I have this infinite source of water, I want to go ahead and get down to the ground as low as I possibly can. And so I'm going to let this lava cast a water pillar. And so that's kind of the goal. What I'm working on next is trying to get down to the ground level. So let's go ahead and grab our water. And then I will put that right here. Yep. And so as that lava is going down, I might have done it too soon. Oh no, did I? I think that water is going to beat it out. Because it looks like the water is flowing faster than the lava was. No! Okay, well, that's all right. We can do it again and have a 2 wide pillar. Oops. All right, and that's the last of the 4th side of that. So that's going to do all 4 sides for me, and then create like this little tunnel area that we can go up and, or really just drop down into, was kind of the goal of this one. So it just goes all the way up, back up to the top. So yeah, that's what we're going to use kind of for our getting up and down, or really down for that one. And so yeah, I'll finish that one off. I kind of pulled the lava and then like quickly put it in place, but I don't want to make it to where it's easy to drop down in. Like I want to make it to where you have to intentionally do it. So I'm going to cover up some of that, just so we don't have any accidental fall downs in it. But yeah. Oh, I have a random source of water here. Let's take that out. So yeah, but that's going to put us in the bottom. So now I'll probably just take a bucket of water and get down there, and then just make like a drop chute for one, and then we'll make a coming back up for another line. So that's kind of the goal next, is to do it that way. Well, the most unfortunate thing just happened, and yeah, so I'm in a river biome, and I put this water stream to go back up, and then I have this drop chute to come down. And as I was climbing up it, one of the we're about to have another unfortunate thing happen, apparently. One of the squid bumped me out of the water stream while I was bringing up some of my items. And when it did that, I fell out of the water stream that was right there, and I fell to the bottom and I died. And when I did that, I lost my bucket. And I don't have a cobble generator because I was moving it down here. So I have my water stream right here and my lava stream right here, but I don't have my cobble generator set up. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to get cobble from this. I wonder if I could just like cheese it. Can I? There's no way I could like no, that didn't work. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Okay, can we make the lava hit this without breaking it? Because then I can make a cobble gen, and that'll be fine. It'll all be fine if that works. I'm hoping that I can make that work. Because if not, then I'm in big trouble. I don't. Yes. Okay. So that's going to at least do it for now. I'm lucky in that regard because I haven't lost my cobble generator. But now I need to figure out a way to get a new bucket. And probably the fastest way to do that is going to be to get a mob farm, like a halfway decent mob farm going. I was banking on water for my mob farm, but now I'm gonna have to figure out a new method to get lava or to get a bucket so that I can get my water, my second mob farm, the better mob farm going. So yeah, that's gonna be unfortunate, but that's what I'm gonna have to work on next. And I was almost a terrible content creator. So I've been looking at the biome islands because I didn't want to make a mob farm in a river biome. So looking at this biome right here, I realized it was a river biome right here and how I realized that was it keeps spawning and dropping the squid, and the squid keep coming down and dying. And apparently now it's a drown. Okay, was not expecting that, but alrighty. Hold on. Hopefully, I can fend myself off here. Was not planning on that happening. All right. Well, we made it. Anyway, I wanted to plan a little bit of a mob farm to try and get my iron back, because I desperately need that iron back. That bucket back so I can start working on my other plans. This is not the mob farm I had planned to do with the water source and a bucket, but unfortunately because I lost my bucket, I had to go with this one instead. So this is just kind of a starter one. I started working on it and then I realized, oh, I need to create some content for it. So I'll shut off those biome borders so it doesn't look crazy. So this is just a design. It's a really simple design by Il Mango. And Il Mango designed this a long time ago, and it's a fantastic farm, and I'm excited to build it. So yeah, we're going to be working on that one right now and building that one up next. And so I'll show you the completed product. It's not anything special, so I'm not going to make a time lapse or anything on it. It's seriously the most simple possible mob farm that you can make. So nothing to tutorialize or time lapse. It's just going to be a simple, this is the build. So we'll be back when it's all finished and I can show you what it looks like. All right, so I wanted to show you a quick clip of how this mob farm works. So basically the mobs spawn up here at the top. I've blocked off most spawning spaces. I couldn't quite get it to work all the way well. This is off of an offshoot of Il Mango's, probably a terrible offshoot of Il Mango's. And there's probably 100 ways that I can improve it. I probably didn't build it right. So yeah, but basically this is what I understood the mechanics to be. So basically all these mobs will spawn up here at the top. As they spawn up here at the top, they'll try to pathfind. They can't pathfind to very many places. So they'll try to pathfind to this solid block right here. And eventually they will try to pathfind down there, and they'll fall into the trapdoors. Sometimes the skeletons get caught every once in a while, but they almost immediately get pushed by another mob like that. And then I have a character just sitting down here, and they are hitting them, and collecting the drops is just a manual process right now. Basically because I don't have any iron to use for hoppers. So I'm just doing what I can with what I have, and this is what I can do. So yeah, and then yeah, just kind of chilling here and hitting mobs until I get what I need. All right, well, I've been at it for a good bit of time now, and I just got my first iron ingot right here. So we're gonna keep going at it, but yeah, it's been not so great. Just trying to get that bucket back, because it's just taken a while to get that first iron ingot, and so I have a feeling this is gonna take a long time of just swiping add this until I get my next iron ingot. But we're going to get there. And once I get that bucket, we'll be able to build a much better mob farm than this. And then start rolling in better mob farms. And get further along in the game. Since we're getting so close to villagers, I'd like to go ahead and try and snag this witch. So I believe I put some wood over here. Yeah, I have a boat here. And I've built this little like section over here to kind of store the witch in for later. I don't have any villagers or anything like that yet, but I kind of want to try and snag this guy so that we can go ahead and get him for later. We're not going to need him anytime soon, but if I could get him snagged for now and then work on getting him later. So I'm going to kill all the rest of the mobs in here while we're still waiting on our third. All right, perfect. And then let's go ahead and grab this boat, put it in here, and then let's take out these 2 slabs. And I'm not going to risk that quite yet because I hear some other mobs in there. So let's kill the rest of them. Again, I'm kind of tempted. Yeah, let's do it. Let's block the rest of this off. And let's see if we can sneak in here and block the rest of this off so that no more mobs can drop down on us while we're getting our witch. Let's kill that last guy. All right, perfect. So now I have nothing but the witch in there. Let's try and get this boat pushed in there and see if we can't snag him. Come on. I know he has to kind of hit the side of the boat. There we go. All right, so now I have the witch in place. We're getting pretty close to that villager section. All right. I made it difficult for myself to get out of here. Oh, am I going to die? Yep. All right, that's fine. At least I got him in the little area, and then I could just grab some cobblestone and get him trapped in there. And then we'll at least have that guy in there. Mooring. I need to run the cobble gen again, is what I need to do. All right, so grab that. All right. Oh, how did you get out here? Oh, I guess he can spawn. I think I covered everything up over here, though. So I wonder if he can spawn on something else. Let's see. Do I have a light level that he can spawn on? Oh, I bet it's up here. All right. Yeah, that would make the most sense. Yep. Okay, and I lost my torches a little bit ago. So let's just throw some slabs on here in the meantime. So that way they can't spawn. And there we go. All right, so that's going to keep my witch trapped in there. I am going to need... Ooh, that would almost have been tragic. All right, so my witch is trapped in this little area now, and so that's perfect. So now I'm going to close this back up, open this bad boy back up, and then we'll keep going and try to get our last iron. All right, we just got our first zombie villager in there. Well, not our first, but our first that I want to capture. And so I'm going to try and close this off again and see if we can't get him captured and in there, locked in there. All right. Ooh, this is going to be tricky because, you know, we've got that guy right there. All right. And then I'm going to try not to die. Ooh. Okay, maybe put these stairs back and go on the other side so I can get a better angle. Let's do that. All right, so got those 2 blocks in place. Let's try and break this one and see if we can't get those 2 blocks in place. And then we're going to try very carefully to kill all the mobs that are in there without killing the zombie villager. Alright, I've got most of them. The witch is going to be a little bit more of a challenge, but I think we can do it. Okay, come on, witch. There we go. Alright, so now it's just the zombie villager in there, which is perfect. That's what we wanted. Alright, let's go ahead and sneak him out with a boat. Do I have a boat? No, I do not. Alright, let's grab some planks and let's make a boat. Alright. And here we go. Let's go ahead and break this one. And break this one. And then let's sneak the boat in there. See if we can't snag him. Alright, awesome. We have our first zombie villager. Alright, I'm going to eat some rotten flesh in the hopes that I don't die during this process this time. I might, so let's just go ahead and, as a safety precaution, put away everything that I have in my inventory right now. So that way I don't lose anything important. Alright, let's throw this. I'll just throw it all in here for now. Alright, and I'll even, no, I want to keep that on because it's not that great armor anyway. Alright, so our goal is to get him over there. I think I'm going to end up dying a few times with this, but that's okay. Okay, we got him pretty far. Let's see if we can survive. Half a heart. And we have really sustaining food right now, so... let's grab some rotten flesh too. Let's see if we can't get some of our hearts up before we jump back in there. I don't want to die if I don't have to, but I'm okay with it if I do. And I forgot to put a roof on that thing. So I'm going to have to do this pretty quickly. Alright. Let's jump back in. Okay. Half a heart. While we're waiting on our health to restore, let's grab some of these slabs and see if we can't get a tiny little roof on here. Alright, there we go. I want it to get up a little bit more before I do that, but I hear these mobs and that does not sound good. We probably need to open that back up pretty soon here. So let's go ahead and replace this stair block first. Replace some of those slabs. And then see if we can't get this to open up while our health is being restored. Alright, this might be a bad idea, but we're going to try it anyway. Alright. Ooh. I don't think I actually have any more stair blocks. Let's grab more of those, so we can block the one section off and do the other section. And I haven't forgotten about my villager guy, and I need to get him under before the sun comes up. All right. Woo. That was getting pretty loud there for a second. All right, so let's go ahead and collect some of those items because I do want them. All right, my health is restored a lot more, so let's see how far we can get with this guy. Let's go ahead and jump in the boat. Oh, I got so close. All right. All right. Well, now I'm going to make a golden apple because I can't get this guy to convert over. And see if we can't get this witch to hit me with weakness. And just cure the villager. Alright, so he poisoned me. Come on, I need him to, like, give me weakness. Come on. Come on, witch, give me weakness. Oh, okay. He, like, one-shot me. That's fun. Alright, let's see if we can't get some of our stuff back. I need to really put up a wall or something. Hopefully I didn't lose my golden apple, which I definitely did. Nope, nope, nope. I still have it. Okay. Okay, poisoned again. Okay, poisoned. Oh, don't die again. Ooh, half a heart. Okay. I'm holding the rotten flesh consumption button at this point to hope I can make it through this. Come on. Make it. All right. I think we're out of the woods. I think maybe if I could get rid of this hunger from the rotten flesh. All right. Come on, witch. All right, I'm going to need it to throw poison or weakness at me. I'm going to put my gold away just in case. All right, let's come this way then. Poison again. Okay. Maybe I just need to do more research on what he does. All right, so apparently the rule is you have to stand within 3 blocks of it, and you have to have less than 8 health points when you do it for them to throw weakness. So I'm hoping that if I maybe get in here, I'm already gonna probably die again. Hold on just a second. No, the zombie villager killed me. Okay. Alright, well, let's keep working at it and see if we can't get it to change over. Alright, so I've been working on trying to get... So I got 2 zombie villagers. I have a witch over here. And I've been working on trying to get this witch to convert it. If you see right there up at the top, my name, I have 24 deaths. I've been trying so hard. So you're supposed to have 4 hearts. You're supposed to go near the witch. And then the witch has a possibility of throwing a weakness potion at you. It's either harming or weakness. It's lower on the weakness side, but it's a possibility. The first time I got weakness, I got so excited. I had the apples, everything like that. And then unfortunately, It didn't hit the villagers. It only hit me. So scoot. I moved the villagers a little bit closer to try and get them to get actually hit by the potion. So I'm hoping this time it'll work. Let's see. Let's just try it out. Oh, okay. I got hit with harming. All right, let's try it again. If nothing else, this has been a fun adventure for me. All right, let's go get down to 4 hearts again. It's technically 8 health, but 4 hearts is what you want to get down to, from what I understand. And then it has a potential chance of either throwing harming or throwing weakness accidentally. And so I'm wanting the weakness one so that I can cure the villagers. So let's see if we can get it this time. It didn't even do anything. Did it? No. Okay, so that must have been harming, maybe? Come on, health. Okay. Let's see if we can get up to 4. There we go. All right, let's try this again. Ah. Okay. Didn't get it. Let's grab some more sweet berries. And let's grab some rotten flesh. We'll try this a few times. I turned off the hostile mob sounds as well because they got a little bit, like, annoying. All right. Let's see if we can't get our health back up to 4 and then try again. And just keep trying until I get the villagers to get hit with the weakness potion. So that's the goal. We'll see how we do. All right. Fortunately, I got 1. One of them worked. So I'm going to pull them out. I'm probably going to die in this process because, you know, that's how I roll. Let me grab some just junk armor that I've got here. It doesn't really matter which one. I just want to get... Oh, that's actually pretty... Oh, projectile protection. So let me just go ahead and put on some armor so that I have something to hopefully survive this. And then I'm going to separate this guy out. So that he doesn't get burned up or get hit by the zombie when he actually gets cured. So yeah, that's gonna be the goal. Let's hope. Oh, there we go. Of course. But that's okay. At least we got the one done. Now to get the other converted, and then we gotta get beds because I've done all this work and I don't have any beds. So that's awesome. I do things in backwards order. Don't worry about it. But we will get them converted, both of them. And we're only at 31 deaths on day 2, so doing great. No, I really don't care. As long as I get them converted, that's going to be all that really matters to me. So let's get the second guy converted. Well, after 37 deaths, I finally got my villager cured, and so I'm very excited about that. I don't know what's going on in the chat, but we're here for it. And so anyway, I'm very excited to be able to keep you informed of what's going on. And now that I have 2 villagers, now I need to actually get some animals to get some beds so I can progress to the next stage of getting a villager breeder going. This is very exciting. I'm very excited about this, to get some iron flowing and some other items flowing just in general. And so stay tuned and I'll give you the next update as soon as I have it. Well, I have some bad news and some good news. The bad news is I lost my villager. It suffocated on those blocks that were sitting above it. So now I know as it's curing to break those blocks so it doesn't suffocate. And then I went ahead and protected my other villager. Let me show you so I don't get in the path of the witch. It's a janky little roof over the villager's head. But it basically protects the villager from getting any harm. And good news, I got another zombie villager And so we're going to try and cure it. Right now I'm at 43 deaths. And this is day 3 of the server. I do have a backup. Right after I got this guy out, another guy dropped in here, so I blocked it off. Basically, I blocked off the tube so that the mobs just sit on top of here, but they don't get into the actual bottom. Just in case something goes wrong with this villager, I have a backup. But as soon as I get this villager fully, or the zombified villager back into a villager, and I get him fully healed, I'm going to go ahead and work on getting that. Then I'll convert that back over. Probably take the whole thing down, to be honest, and build a better one at this point. But for now, I want to get this guy converted. So I'm starting at 43 deaths. We'll see how that goes, and we'll see if we can get another one. Last night I was able to make a little bit of progress on a stream, and I've also been able to make a little bit of progress off camera. So let me show you what we got. I'm sitting here because to this point I still don't have a bed, but I'm working on it and I'm getting close. So I did use some of my iron for replacing my bucket. I also used it to get the stone cutter right here. I did end up going into the nether because we're linking up all the nether bases, so that's pretty awesome. I was also able to get a little bit of a crop farm going here. I'm not going to stay out here for too long because I don't want phantoms to spawn on me, although it would make for a funny clip. But then over here, I was able to also use the grass that was already over here and just like get it to spread a little bit so that I could have some sheep. I have a little block of like blob of grass that they can't touch. So that way if they eat all of this in the middle as we continue to breed them, then that will still be able to spread over to here and they won't be able to touch that grass, which is awesome. So yeah, I did get a little bit of sheep. I had some naturally spawn. As soon as Caribou brought me over 2 sheep out of the kindness of his heart, he brought me over some sheep, some white sheep, and then I had a bunch of brown sheep spawn in after waiting like 3 hours and nothing spawned except for ocelots and parrots. As soon as he brought some over, the rest of it spawned, so that's hilarious. But yeah, we did get some crops, some sheep going, so I've been breeding those up a little bit as well. If we drop down here, I did make some progress on the villagers. So I now have 2 villagers. I have one in here and one in here. And then I did trade some jungle saplings and some bamboo for some dripstone. So now I have some dripstone, farming it a little bit so I can get a few more. For that, when I get iron, I'll be able to make a cauldron, which will help me to make my lava farm, which is going to be desperately needed for furnaces and other things, so I have to stop having to chop down wood all the time to burn furnaces. I do have a backup zombified villager, and I still have my witch in there for now. I just want to make sure, after all the deaths that I've had, and plus the curing of these 2, I just want to back up since I shut that mob farm off. And I'll probably end up tearing this down just off camera and building a better one soon, but that'll be on video. But yeah, and then I do need to break this down finally and move it over. Just maybe do some cleanup in the next episode and get some better things going. We've kind of just done our starter area. I know that this video has not been the greatest video in the entire world. I'm a little out of practice. I'm so used to streaming now that I have gotten out of practice with my video making ability, but that's going to improve. We're going to get better, and we'll get back on used to doing video recordings again. So thank you for all those of you who have endured this video. I know it's probably been a challenge for you as it's been a horrible video, but it will get better now that I need to get back into the clips and get back into the rhythm of just creating YouTube videos again. So thanks for hanging out and watching with us. That's gonna do it really for today, and we've made some progress the first couple days on the base, and we'll continue to work towards making progress, and we'll continue to keep making these videos. So I hope you stick around and watch and hang out with us. And yeah, so that's gonna do it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching with us.